Welcome to Stayfhomekins, the podcast for your pandemic.
Yeah, I also welcome you to the same podcast for the same reason.
Oh, hello there. Who are you? Who might you be? Hi.
Hi.
I'm Janie Haddad Tompkins.
I'm Paul F. Tompkins.
Oh, yes, we're married.
Now you remember. We're a married couple. I'm a comedian.
I'm an actress.
And we are in quarantine.
Together.
Mm-hmm.
Together.
This is the for
know.
worse part.
Is it, or is it just sort of like the, like grunt through for grunting through? I think
we
for
should have
work
included that. For smiling around, for grunting through. Grunting through. Hey, look, we just gotta face facts and grunt through this.
Well, we gotta learn to live with it.
Part of that is grunting.
I had a thought today. What if being full of joy made you immune to COVID? We're all screwed.
That started out being like a happy hippy dippy thing.
It was,
and
but
then
it's
turned
not
into the most cynical thought
because
possible.
we don't have it now.
Now we have little joys.
Did you know comparison is the thief of joy? Did you know that?
I did know that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I 100% knew that.
You did?
Comparison to the thief of joy? Yeah.
Okay.
You know why? Because I think you told me that a while ago. Because you read it somewhere. Or you heard it somewhere.
Sure.
Speaking of joy, we had little joys this week. Last night, we did a fun
little
thing.
Joys. We did. We went out on the town.
In COVID style. It was a friend's birthday. Our friend Scott originally had planned. Now,
it was a destination thing or something.
Originally, it was going to be a triple birthday. It was Scott and his wife Kulop and our friend John. Tall John and Scott were both turning 50. Kulop was turning 40. They were going to do like a combined celebration.
It was like a decade. It was like
Yes.
come join us for this like decade, like this triple decade passage kind of thing.
And it was a destination wedding. It was going to be a fabulous thing. We were very worried about the cost of it.
It was at a fancy. You know what, though?
When you're friends with rich people,
I like being...
sometimes...
We can talk about that. That's actually that is like a funny phenomenon of show business.
Do you know what?
Because not everybody makes the same money.
It's not just show business. There was a very good Friends episode about that.
Oh, there was?
Yes.
Oh, I should know. I was a background actor on... Okay.
Yes.
So hold the phone. I've never really seen Friends.
From the outside.
From the outside. Yes, I've never really seen it.
When Janie first moved to Hollywood, she was a background actor on Friends. And you can see her in the background in Central Perk.
In the last two seasons.
When things were great. They were so successful.
I'll get into that in a minute.
Yes.
But there was a Friends
episode about how, I believe it was... Joey and Rachel were not as successful. They did not make as much money as the other friends. And so there was an episode about how the majority, like well-to-do friends, would always suggest these group things that those two couldn't afford
and didn't think about it.
And they finally talked about it. It's like, well, this is great. This is like a great...
Real thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was in my 30s, this was always like a thing with me and with, I think, other friends. But when I was in my 30s, not that long ago, sorry, I'm having my weekend water and I'm getting up into my...
It makes you lie.
Guys, it was not that long ago.
You know,
time is a flat circle. Time is a
veritas.
Time is a flat circle.
That's not true. Booze makes you lie.
Okay, so like what would happen was, and I made zero money. Like I don't make even money much now, really. I've never like had like an amazing year. I think I've had like an okay year, but I've never like been like, oh my God, I've had like an amazing year. I'm still waiting for that because I'm getting like, I'm pivoting. That's a whole other situation. But, like you'd go out on these group dinners. You'd go out on group dinners. Okay. And there would be like, you know, some people are there and they're like kind of fun and foodie and whatever. And they're like, let's get, start with the 5 appetizers and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And like, and then there's always like one person there that doesn't drink alcohol, you know, and everything. And it was, and like, it would like eat away at me where I'd be like, oh my gosh, like I can tell. And I'll just use the name Carl. I don't have a friend named Carl, but like I'm like Carl.
Never have, never will.
I know what is going to happen. Carl is going to get fucked by this bill because I know at the end of the group dinner evening, what is going to happen is everyone's going to be like, everyone owes like $70 or whatever. Yeah. This is LA prices, right? Mm-hmm. And like Carl's only eating $40 worth or drink, you know, or it happened to my friend Aaron all the time because he's vegetarian and he only whatever. But then I'm like, anyway. So now in like modern times, there's a whole way to do this. Like now if I go on a girls trip, we have this app called Splitwise, and it totally breaks down who paid for what and how much.
Wow.
Or whatever.
That's fucking
Or
great.
who contributed. And then, but it's also like we're all bad at math, and at the end, it's like weird and tricky. You okay? Do you need to
No, I'm okay. I just don't want to cough on mic. I'm sorry.
Anyway, but like that was always like a thing where I would be nervous about going in because the way I dealt with it was I'm gonna eat more than everybody else. Like I had this like loaded up in my thing.
I'll stick it to these rich assholes.
Like I knew, like I was like,
they think they're getting me. I'm getting them.
And then there might be like a minute at the end where it'd be like, oh my gosh, there's like half of this left, and then they would send it back, and I'd be like, can I wrap that to go or what, you know, whatever. Like I had it down where I was like going to be on the equal page so no one could get me.
Is this when your favorite food became leftovers?
No, I've always loved leftovers. I think leftovers are the best. You don't like leftovers as much.
I like leftovers, but you'll have leftovers for breakfast.
Yeah,
so you'll have
leftovers are the okay, so wait, like you don't have like a memory. Okay, so like when I was a kid, and if like my mom and stepdad went out, or even before that, like my mom and dad, like if they went out to dinner and they would come home and bring like a doggy bag home of stuff, and I'd get to like eat it. And it was like this like exotic adult thing.
Right. I did not have that because we had 6 kids in the family.
Yeah, that's true.
So that like if there was a dinner out, it was definitely all of us.
Crazy town.
Crazy town. But that's where I learned to love buttermints.
Buttermints are the bomb.
We would go to like a restaurant that definitely had a bowl of buttermints at the front desk.
I can eat so many buttermints are so.
You think you can eat more buttermints than me?
I might.
What a great contest that would be.
Buttermints are the shit.
They're so good.
They're so fucking good.
And it's a thing that I never think to search out.
What? I
only happen upon them at restaurants. I don't think they even have them at restaurants anymore.
Okay, no, they do sometimes.
Really?
Not in COVID.
I didn't mean like right now.
Okay. So buttermints would be in like the clear plastic. This is such a Gen X conversation. The clear plastic like bowl or bin.
Yeah.
With like a long spoon, and then you would scoop out the buttermints and put them in your hand.
This is not
Or would they come with the check? You're sort of the come with the check buttermint.
They would either come with a check or they would be individually wrapped in a bowl.
I've gone to establishments where they've just been.
I'm not familiar with this long spoon thing. I mean,
really?
It makes sense, of course.
Buttermints are so good.
They're really good. Anyway, so wait. First of all, that dread, before we get back to the drive-in.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Where were we?
This
is my second drink of weekend.
You're doing all right.
Okay.
Y'all. That dread of somebody who makes a lot of money at a dinner saying, should I just order for the table?
Oh, my God.
And then you know you're in for a horror show.
And they don't look at the wine prices. Like, half the... Oh, wait. Remember that dinner we went... This was, like, not that long ago. Where we went...
to Mastro's?
No, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago,
yeah.
Okay, no, this is like in Los Feliz at that all-time place where they don't have a wine list.
Yeah.
And we did like an asshole... I think we did an asshole move where... Or me and Christine, I think, was like...
You're whispering.
I know.
First of all, she's not here.
Okay,
Secondly,
the way that this restaurant apparently works is there's not really a menu. Like there's like a board where they chalk the daily whatevers.
Yeah.
And there's no wine list. And the girls at the table wanted to order a bottle of white wine. So we asked our server. First of all, it's like blaring loud in there. Like we're sitting under like a Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they had like their little Wi-Fi speaker, and it was right over our head.
There's only like 5 tables in this restaurant, by the way. So like we're all like crammed in there, and it's so loud. And I'm just like having so much fun for some reason. But like the waiter was such like he was like a character from like Portlandia. He was like
it was a really fun night. It was a great group of people.
I liked the waiter.
It was a great group of people. The waiter did say at one point, when we were asking about the wines, I think it was about the wines.
Yeah, I was asking him about the wines.
And he said about a specific, like you asked a specific question.
What I really wanted to know is like, how much does it cost?
Right.
But I didn't ask that. I was like, okay. So
but we were talking about what types of wine. We were asking what types
like, what
of
do you
wine
like?
They had. Yeah.
He said, what do you like? Or here's what
and he said, like, we have this stuff, but also if you're down to clown, we have these kind of things.
I forgot he said that. Wait, well, I forgot he said that too because really, remember when Christine was like, I think we want to order the market salad for the table. How many does that serve? And there were 5 of us at the table. And he said, what did you remember?
So the market salad is like an organism, It's, you never know. It might be this big, it might be that big, and then you start dividing it and...
He said it can. I think what he meant was like we custom make it to the amount of people in the table is what he should have said.
Yeah,
because like it came out and it was like a 5-person salad.
But he made it sound like the market salad was a living thing that had a mind of its own that they couldn't control.
I also got the impression that he was sort of like he knew he was playing a part a little bit.
Yeah, I think he was having fun,
and he knew it was like a joke, like a joke, like Portlandia dude.
I wouldn't know. I don't know if I go that far, but we did that night.
He did feel like it was. Oh my God, that night.
That night we did see Keanu Reeves walk past our table, and then we later found out that he was with Alex Winter.
Wait, I thought you saw Alex Winter.
No. Somebody else. Because our friend Tim Baltz and Lily Sullivan.
I saw them when I went to the bathroom.
They were out there where Keanu was seated.
Yes.
And they saw them both.
And Keanu, when he left, because I saw him from the corner of my eye, he was wearing like a motorcycle jacket and had like a helmet and stuff.
Well, when I used to work at Tower Video, I used to wait on Keanu.
I've waited on him. Okay, tell me yours.
We both waited on Keanu. And he I remember him coming in with his motorcycle helmet on his head, but like just on the top of his head like a hat.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the nicest guy. Employees asked him for autographs. He was absolutely could not have been sweeter and more genuine.
Okay. So I had a similar experience because maybe some people don't know this, but I waited tables in Hollywood at this sort of performance venue for like 5 years. Right after I moved here from New York, and so many working like celebrities and came in there, and Keanu was at one of my tables. Keanu, like I know, Mr. Reeves was at one of my tables, and I like could not deal with how like clearly awesome and genuine he, like just a normal person, like he like looked me in the eyes and was like, what do you recommend? And I'm like, really, like it's just you, the pizza's a safe bet or whatever. Like
boy, that was the truth too.
Oh, okay, so I should explain
not
this.
to say that it's good, but it is the safe bet.
So wait, we're still trying to talk about what we did last night.
We'll get back to it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I go.
Nobody's going to be mad if you keep telling us Keanu Reeves anecdote.
Well, I was going to get into this place where I worked, which had a whole personality of its own.
Yeah.
Which is this...
M-Bar.
M-Bar.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore, but basically what happened was I worked at this other place, Pritzy's, which... Yeah, and so that job was like... for lots of reasons, I needed to migrate. And I was friends with this actor, Joe, who went to Yale Drama School. And I met the Yale Drama School people because I came out here and I ended up doing a show, and were doing this Yale cabaret thing. And I did a show that I was terrible in, actually. And that was a whole other, it was an original klezmer music about Franz Kafka. And it was like, it was also like, I'm not a musical theater person, which is fine because it was klezmer, but none of it was in my key, and it was like I had to act the songs, which you can't really do when it's like recorded. Anyway, that's a whole other story.
I woke up this morning, I found I was a cockroach.
Kind of. I mean, kind of.
Right.
But anyway, I had so much fun with these Yale actors because I just moved out here from New York, and I was like waiting tables and doing background on Friends and working in the mall. I had like 800 jobs. And so one of the Yale actors ended up buying this place in a strip mall, renting this place in a strip mall in Hollywood on Vine and Fountain. Yeah. On Vine and Fountain. And he just like rented it on his credit card. And he called it M-Bar because he rented it on his MasterCard. And it had a stage in it. It was like a filthy red velvet, like I forgot what you call it with that wallpaper that's like velvety cutout. Flocked wallpaper, red, like it looked like a mafia, like a Vegas mafia. It had like a mirrored bar with like a U-shaped marble bar. He did nothing to it. I think he just like built the stage up or something and like put in the sound booth in that window area and was basically like, we're going to make this a performance venue. And I was like, this is perfect for me because I couldn't get flexibility at Pritzy's anymore for a lot of reasons I won't go into here. But like, I left that job, which was next door to what is now the UCB Franklin Theater, but it used to be called the Tamarind Theater. And so I ended up working at M-Bar, and that's when I ended up waiting on Keanu. But I've like waited on like a million people there. Like
presidents,
so
prime
many.
ministers.
You know the song Fancy by Barbie Gentry?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking our listeners. That's me.
Let's
That's my stuff. It's like, a senator and
that's not
queen.
fancy.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is. You know what I was thinking of, too?
What?
That I've Never Been to Me song.
What? That is not even Bobby Gentry.
I know it's not. But
who sang that? Anne Murray?
I can't remember who sang that. I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me.
You had that Anne Murray story. I know you recorded it somewhere.
Yeah, and you should have told me.
Oh,
yeah.
my God. Wait, so
So many
we're going to have to
tangents.
take a break in a minute.
Yeah, we'll take a break in a minute.
But I wanted to say the thing that made me laugh this week that I had to share on the podcast. You probably forgot.
Do I know what this is going to be?
Y'all. So, okay, we were on my Hulu. We were on my Hulu profile, okay? And for some reason, it was like, here's something you would enjoy. And it was like, you know that show, like My 600-Pound Life, which I didn't even watch My 600-Pound Life, but I might be eligible for it. But for some reason, after quarantine, it recommended this show called 1,000-Pound Sisters because they are like, I guess, twin sisters that are, I guess, collectively coming. I mean, I hope collectively.
You don't think they're 1,000 each? You think that together they're 1,000?
People can be 1,000.
Sure, they can.
Come on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't care. The show's called 1,000-Pound Sisters. And I was like, and Paul was like messing around with the remote. And then all of a sudden.
Messing around? We were just scrolling.
And I was like, 1,000-Pound Sisters. And then like a second, like literally like half a beat passed. And then Paul came in with,
no, you do it.
no, you do it.
Do it.
No, you do it.
1,000-Pound Sisters, shake it. It's all I could hear in my head.
And then he was like, right? And I was like, okay, kind of. But like, that may be the funniest thing that ever happened.
All right, let's take a
wait,
break.
Are we taking the break or are we going to? I don't even know. Yeah, we're taking the break.
Yeah, we're going to take a break.
Take the break, and then we're going to finish what the fun outing we did was.
Yes, please listen to
our
an
sponsor.
ad from our sponsor.
Our sponsor. When it comes to weekend water, you have a lot of choices. But here's a choice that you really should check out. Have you heard of Usual Wines? Usual Wines are wines for the modern drinker. Usual Wines has solved that problem of opening a bottle of wine and not being able to finish it and then having to dump it down the sink a few days later. They come in a single-serve bottle format. The bottles are incredibly elegant, and they serve a glass and a half of wine each, so you're always having an incredibly fresh glass upon opening. No more flat bubbly, stale rosé, or lame red. But besides being absolutely delicious, elegant, and fresh, these wines are made with minimal intervention, 0 sugar, and 0 additives. That means that Usual Wines are low carb and have 0 grams of sugar. Try your first glass on us. For $8 off your first order, use stayfhomekins at www.usualwines.com.
Welcome back. All right, so here's what we did. This was just last night.
Yes. So it was our friend's birthday.
Our friend's birthday. We were first there was gonna be this big to do, which we were thinking about taking a mortgage out on our home.
Willing to go into
second
debt
mortgage, and so then COVID changed all of that. So then our friend Kulop, her 40th birthday, not only did we not do anything, like we were really in the throes of this quarantine, and nobody. It was when people still were like, "Wow, you just can't do anything. We're freaking out. We don't know what to do."
Right.
And we realized the day had come, and a group of us got together on a Zoom call and just said like kind of and she deserves better than that. We gotta figure something out.
Well, there'll be a life that we become either comfortable navigating through this or
we're all figuring things out that we
Yeah.
can do that are safe.
Yes.
For John's birthday, I think it was just like text thread.
Yeah, well, they have
You know?
they have full-time Zoom jobs and a baby.
That's true. So fuck them.
Yeah.
So for Scott's birthday, he texted us, a group of us, last week, I think it was, and said, "Hey, there's a double feature at this drive-in. Does anybody want to come for my birthday? It's on my birthday." And so we said yes. It was a double feature of Jaws and Tremors. Jaws I've seen 1,000,000 times. Tremors I haven't seen in 1,000,000 years. And
this place
so,
was like an hour away, but it was like we haven't. What are we doing?
and you'd never been to a drive-in, right?
I've never been to drive-in. Neither had Lauren and Mike. That was their first.
Oh,
time.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd been to a drive-in before. In fact, with Scott and Kulop years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a bunch of us that we did it for like a summer. We went to the drive-in a lot. It was a different drive-in.
Okay.
But I had never been as a kid. It was just not a thing where I lived.
Yeah. My brother insists I went as like a baby or something.
Right.
But
Well, you know, he expects you to remember that shit. Come on.
exactly.
We don't remember baby shit.
No.
That's a rule in this house. That's what it says on our yard sign out front. In this house, we do not remember baby shit.
Hell no.
And then it says hell no at the bottom.
So wait, so we went to this drive-in.
So we go to the drive-in.
And we had a plan. We were like, we're going to meet in this parking lot and follow one another's cars and all of this.
We'll meet in the McDonald's parking lot.
We wanted to be near each other in the cars.
Yeah, because the thing was you had to park a
space away.
A space away.
Mm-hmm.
Space away.
Is that a song, or did you make that up?
It's a very loose parody of a Dave Matthews song.
What?
The
song?
space between? No, there you go. You're all caught up? What do you mean, no?
I don't know.
I know you don't. No, it's not.
It's not.
So
anyway, we drive
so we
out
go.
there.
We meet at the McDonald's parking lot. We decide, why don't we use the mobile app?
We wanted McDonald's
We'll
again,
get McDonald's
y'all.
food.
When did
Hopefully
we
they
do that,
won't
like,
poison us.
the
We were
second-
crying in our cars.
We got that like McDonald's like that second or third week of quarantine, and we had so much shame about it. Remember, we talked about it on the podcast.
There's always shame about.
Also, by the way,
McDonald's.
McDonald's food is not good.
Now, here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing.
It's not good.
I will say this. McDonald's is fast food king for a reason. The times, if you space out the times that you get it, it can be so good. But
it's not the fast food king to me.
What's the fast food king to you?
Wendy's.
Wendy's is like the RC Cola of fast food.
No, it's not. Frosty, you're gonna put Frosty up against anything?
Is Frosty's not a shake, right? It's like an
It's
ice,
a Frosty.
It's a thick.
It's a Frosty.
It's a melted ice cream
It's
treat.
a Frosty.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, you're right. It's like a melted.
I'm saying you're entitled to have your own king. I don't know that's how kings work.
Queen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
Yes, fast food queen.
Yes, Wendy.
Yes, Wendy's. We stand a queen. We stand a thick dairy queen. So.
Wait, then there is Dairy Queen.
Here's the true, which we almost got.
But we didn't have an app for it.
This is like.
Okay, here's the truth of the matter. Here's what happened.
Hold on, no.
Let me tell
We got the McDonald's. No, I will not.
Let me tell what happened.
Okay.
I said Paul. I said Paul.
Why do you have to go back to I said Paul?
I said Paul. We're meeting them. I'm so drunk right now.
Yeah, that's why I was going to tell it.
No, but they need to know this part. I said Paul. I said Paul. We're meeting them in the McDonald's parking lot, and we can order. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna load up our McDonald's app shopping cart with our order.
Yes.
And then we're going to execute the order when we're 15 minutes from arrival to the McDonald's.
Right.
Because I don't want to wait, number one.
Paula Cole. I don't want to wait.
For McDonald's to get cold.
So ironic.
Shit. Okay, so
My food to get colder.
we're getting close to driving. And I was like, okay, now's the time to hit send on the app. Fucking app clapped back and said,
That app clapped back.
we can tell you're not in the location.
No. Hold on. We do the order. We send the order.
By the way, I'm freaking out at this. I'm like, we can't make.
Hold on.
Okay.
We send we put the order through. The app claps back with, "You want to reopen this order?"
Yeah, what the
And
fuck?
we're like, "What are you talking about?"
The order I just placed?
We think the order didn't go through, but it was like 5 minutes later.
By the way, we're on a freeway, like, in traffic, and I'm like, we can't make Scott and Lauren wait. Let's
go, Lauren. So the app tells us, you want to reopen this order?
And I was
like it's an old case file. And so we look at it. I spent so much time. Janie's driving. I'm looking at the app like, no, it says the order went through. I don't know why it's asking us if we want to re-examine our choices.
And I'm like, hit it. Just hit it. Reopen it. Just reopen it.
So we reopen it. We say, no, this is what we thought we did, so we're good. So then as we're getting closer, we're like 10 minutes away. Janie's saying, try now. Say that we're there. Say that we're there. So then I would say, there's a button that says, actually, I'm here. So I hit, actually, I'm here. And then the McDonald's app says,
no, you're not fucking here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you are. Very passive aggressive.
Yo, bitch, you're not fucking here.
Doesn't look like you are.
I don't want to wait for my fries to get colder.
Okay,
So we're getting closer.
Janie is saying, like, do it again. And I'm like, all
Paul's
right.
like getting mad.
He's like, I'm not getting mad. I'm just saying they're just going to tell us the same thing, which they did.
They would not let us fucking place that order until we were in the goddamn parking lot.
The eyes of McDonald's were upon us. They knew where we were.
Oh, and they
knew where we weren't.
We can't have contact tracing apps because of privacy.
They should talk to McDonald's.
You know what? McDonald's can have all the goddamn AI privacy. I mean, McDonald's probably lives in my house now because I use that app. But not coronavirus. Not coronavirus.
I love the idea of McDonald's spying on people.
Like, literally, like, oh my gosh, we can't have privacy. We can't have our privacy infringed upon to stop a global fucking pandemic that has arrested our entire economy. Okay, continue.
Yeah, whatever. McDonald's knows what your face looks like.
McDonald's knows a little too much about me. Just a little too much.
What do they know about you?
They know I'm a fucking pig.
Well, McDonald's knows that about. They know that about all of us. It's disappointing that McDonald's knows that we're all fucking pigs.
So we finally
get there. I remember I got stared down by a couple dudes in the parking lot.
You know what? It's probably like the McDonald's overlords that were like, they were trying to say, actually, I'm here when we weren't there.
These were just some dumbass dudes with no masks on in the parking lot. But they eyeballed us like,
what the fuck are you
doing? They were looking at me like, you're not from around here, are you?
You don't live in Montclair. You live in Los Angeles. Oh, that reminds me of a story that I'll tell at the end of this story.
Put a pin, but do remember it.
I really do want to remember it.
Are you? Honey, I want you to remember it so bad.
Because it was an important moment in my life.
Give me a key word so I can remind you.
Little Italy.
Oh, I know the story. Okay, good. Perfect. So we get the food finally. Our plan is we're going to eat it when we get to the parking lot of the drive-in movie theater. When we get there and we're all settled.
Yeah, we're going to have like our feet on the dashboard situation.
We want to have the drive-in movie experience because we don't want to go to the snack bar at the drive-thru.
Well, by the way, drive-in. You know what? Read the Yelp reviews of the snack bar at the drive-in.
Which tell you do not go to the snack bar.
But also there was a line and whatever. So we're ready.
So when we get to the drive-in, there's like a crazy clusterfuck at the entrance.
It was like to enter the drive-in was like a 30 to 40 minute proposition, which we kind of. Anyway, so we started eating the fries a half an hour into we couldn't resist.
Yes, we did, but that's what the fries are for. That's what the fries are for. So we ate some fries while they were still warm.
But they weren't.
They were warm-ish.
They were fucking cold as fuck. They were cold as a witch's tit.
Guess we gotta put that E on this episode.
Are you talking to our producer? Guys, we have a producer.
Bobby.
Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby. Anyway, my point is there's no fucking way they fired that order when we said I'm in the parking lot. They fired that order 20 minutes away when we were fucking around on a freeway trying to figure out how to get it going.
And I blame that one cop. That one cop who sat in her car. who was terrified to eat her McDonald's.
Well, that was a viral video.
She was terrified to eat her fresh food. I think that what happened was
she was having a mental health issue.
Yeah.
That lady.
Sure.
Can I just say I have an issue where I will never not open and unmute a Karen video. I never got into Real Housewives. I never got into whatever, Jersey Shore, Garbage Town, Orange County, Chrisley.
Stakes are too low.
Whatever.
Yeah, stakes are too low.
A Karen video, for some reason, scratches an itch in me of smug superiority.
Yeah.
Where
if you're going to watch it, let it be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be real, but it is. It's
Should
on the
that be-
table.
should-
It's on the table.
This
behavior is on the table.
Karens should take the place of cops.
What do you mean? They should show up.
Cops has finally been canceled. The TV show.
Cops.
So there should be a TV show that's Karen, and it's just endless videos.
Shit, I just sprayed martini
of
on.
these white people saying, "Are you sure you're supposed to be here?"
I don't understand the Karen psychology. Okay, good. We got our fries, y'all. They
That's
were
another
fucking
topic.
cold. We went to the fucking drive-in.
But the food was cold because we waited an hour to eat which is not what you're supposed to do with McDonald's food.
We hit the app. 20 minutes down the road. I'm telling you that I know how long it takes for a McDonald's fry to get cold.
Of course. Yeah, you've narrowed it down.
Yeah. I know it.
To seconds.
I know it in my bones. It's like it's
This is like a Sherlock Holmes
It's like an atavistic
skill of
It's
yours.
like an atavistic. Well, I love leftovers, right?
Sometimes
so I would know.
Sometimes we're lying in bed and Janie will just bolt upright and say, "Somewhere McDonald's fries have gone cold."
I don't want to wait for my friends to get colder. We need a second verse.
I need my fries.
I'm gonna choke on the olive.
Don't choke on the olive.
God damn it.
So the thing is, we were, without going to that snack bar, unless we had brought our own food.
We did bring our own food.
I'm saying from home.
Oh yeah, we've been
We
eating
were
food.
fucked.
Y'all,
If
we've
we-
been eating food from home for fucking 4 months now.
Yeah, we live there. Thank you. Yeah, home. Yeah, I've heard of it. I live there. Thank you. That's also on our sign.
Is that Karen?
No,
It's
that's
not
just
a
a cool
Karen.
guy.
Oh, it's a cool guy.
It's a cool guy who's getting one up on you. Home. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. I live there.
I need to learn. I want to know more about the psychology of Karen.
I mean, there's not much to know.
No, there is.
You think so?
Yeah.
What do you think is missing that you don't already know?
Well, here's the thing. Anything that is wrong with society and the psychological health of our society is our own making, our own fault.
That's right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What is the wound of Karen? What is the
White
wound?
supremacy.
But is there sexism mixed in? See,
Well,
I think
here's where the sexism is mixed in.
because sexism enables white supremacy, in
Yes.
my personal opinion.
Of course it does. But here's where sexism comes into play, is that we all delight in seeing those videos.
No, I'm not. Okay. Yes.
There's dudes that do that too, of course. And we see those videos too. But there's something about seeing a white woman doing that.
No, I'm talking about from the Karen point of view. You're talking about
From the Karen point of view?
Yes, you're talking about
From the Karen point of view, it's white supremacy.
No, but I think white supremacy is fertilized in women
Mm-hmm.
by sexism, because there's a certain fear that is conditioned in women.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, like, if we felt more safe and secure as women, we could overcome white supremacy better. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong. I think that
I'm also reducing so many complicated, complex ideas.
Yes and no. I mean, look, we're not. This isn't what the point of this podcast is. We're just talking right now.
Oh, by the way, I won't solve anything. I'll tell you that right now. You think I can solve anything? No.
In this house, we don't solve things.
Which brings me to the new unsolved
In this
mysteries.
house, we talk out of our ass.
I will say this. I want to talk about the new unsolved mysteries so bad on Netflix.
Okay.
We're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet.
Okay.
Okay. Let me say this
So
about...
we went to the fucking drive-in.
Let me say this about the Karen thing, the white supremacy, sexism, all that.
The Karens.
I think that this is just off the top of my head, so this is my hot take, okay?
I want to hear your hot cross bun take.
This is a scalding hot take. This is right off the McDonald's fryer.
You better give it now because it's going to get cold in 5
Oh, yeah,
fucking
don't wait.
minutes.
Don't wait. I can tell you're not here yet.
Actually, I'm here.
Because women are, because of the sexism that's inherent in our society, women are only allowed to be in control of so many things, and what they are confronted with so often is the things they are not in control of. And so I think that desire for these women to be telling someone you're not supposed to be here,
Yes.
you're not allowed to do that.
I'm calling the cops on you.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah,
allowed
yeah.
to sell lemonade here.
It's out of not just the white supremacist racism, but also the desire for control. To have as much control as.
But that's racism too.
It is, yes.
I
It's
mean,
hand in hand. But that's what we're saying is that they're hand in hand.
What I'm saying, what is so crazy to me is that control in general. Like, here's what will solve a lot of things. Nobody has control. Period. Always, you know what's always on the table? Things that are outside of our control. The only thing that we can control are our own reactions and behaviors.
You're talking about psychology. You're
Yes.
saying like, yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But but then you're getting into deep rooted feelings that people have of being helpless.
You know what I wish I could control people. I wish I could control so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I had like a collection of voodoo dolls or something where I could just like just like some voodoo dolls where I could like make people do things with the dolls. That would be pretty cool.
I mean,
do you think someone?
I guess.
Do you think someone has a Donald Trump voodoo doll?
What?
Out there?
And they're not using it? Yes.
You think John Bolton was like?
Oh God. So the drive-in was a lot of fun.
It was, but the screen was hilariously smaller than I expected.
We were so far away.
But honestly,
we took the first space.
What I didn't understand about the drive, well, we needed 5 spaces because we were parking.
We wanted to be together, quote together.
Yeah, and so what I didn't know about the drive-in because I'd never been is that there's like 5 different movies going on in different lots around you.
This place had a lot of screens.
Wait, is that a normal thing? I thought it was just like
that's normal.
See,
that's
I thought
normal.
it was like one giant screen.
It probably used
everybody.
to be. I think it probably used to be.
You know, Walmart's doing drive-ins this summer.
I did not know that.
Yeah, all the Walmarts are turning into drive-ins now.
Okay.
It's like a thing. Also, by the way, the mall near us is doing a drive-in, and it's so fucking astronomically expensive, it made me laugh and almost want to go to it. It literally costs... By the way, and these are movies like that have, like, are old run movies. They're not like the new Top Gun or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like $30 a car.
A car, not a person.
No, wait. I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
$30 a car plus $8 a person.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm telling you.
So if you want, you could spend $30, drive your car there, get out, go take a walk.
Your car could see a movie.
Yeah, ask your car if it liked, The Devil Wears Prada or whatever the fuck.
Tomorrow's July 4th. Happy fucking Independence Day. Don't wear your mask for Independence. Just kidding, wear a mask. I'm just saying independence. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
America.
Hey, sheeple. Happy Independence Day. Go get sick.
Wait, I think I read somewhere. First of all, Twitter is such a font of misinformation. It's insane, but
very true.
Kind of like is entertaining at times.
Mm-hmm.
Reading somewhere on there about how like people were saying that if you wear a mask, it meant you were like a member of a cult or something.
Sure.
Here's the thing.
Sure.
Let's say hypothetically, you're fundamentally opposed to wearing a mask in public. Like you're like, this is so against my rights.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, that I have to exercise my freedom or whatever. Why then do you have to shove it into other people? Why not quietly blend into the background with your non-mask wearing self, grab your items from the shelf and get the fuck out of my way? Does that make sense?
Well,
does that make sense? Like if
kind
you're
of.
literally, okay, some people like for real, like there are like a handful of people that maybe can't wear a mask because of a disability or whatever, like whatever it is.
It's an extremely tiny handful.
But so then they might like do things differently, but they're not going to make a goddamn production out of it. Like they're not going to alert the media, right?
Well, but now you see that is the whole point.
So you're saying like the whole point is to alert the media?
If the media is Twitter, yes. Because what these people do is they wear a mask
inside
up until they get inside, and then they take it off, and then they start yelling.
Well, what does that do for somebody? What does it do for them?
It reinforces. They have their people that watch this. This is all like QAnon shit. I know. It's so scary and weird and... Okay, I don't know how we got here.
I'm not scared of QAnon. You know what? QAnon can go fuck themselves.
Okay, let's not...
You think QAnon...
This might be the first edited episode.
You think QAnon scares me?
Let's not talk about this.
You think they're going to say
Please.
I have a pedophile ring in my basement?
Please. Yeah, they will.
I don't have a basement.
It doesn't matter.
Don't love kids.
It doesn't matter.
How are they gonna square that one?
Oh.
I don't hang out with a lot of kids.
Please, let's not.
Well, you think QAnon listens to stayfhomekins?
I don't.
By the way, Usual Wines. Use our promos too. QAnon, if you like good California wine. Paul's losing his mind across from me.
We're so close
Paul
to the end.
Paul is losing his mind across from me.
We're so close to the end.
Paul is losing his mind.
I try not to talk about that.
I didn't get to tell my story. I didn't get to tell my story.
Tell it now.
Okay, when I was in college, I went to New York City with my friend, and I went to visit a friend who was living in New York, and he was like this friend of mine from like Charleston, and he was like super, I guess, bohemian or something. I don't know. And this is like one of my first early trips to New York City, so I'm like so in love with Manhattan. And we decide to go to this restaurant in Little Italy, and it's like 4 of us, like a friend of his and my friend, and we're all like in scarves and looking very like early 90s hit, like Reality Bites hips, like yes. I don't know, I probably have like a flower hat on, like a blossom hat or something that I bought on the street, you know, and we go.
Somebody had 2 short bangs.
Not me, I'll tell you that much. So then we're like walking into this Italian restaurant in Little Italy. Probably doesn't. I want to say it was like called Carmine's even.
I think it was Carmine's.
It was Carmine's.
Yeah, I think it was Carmine's.
And we're like walking into Carmine's and we're going like to the back to get a table in the back. Oh, and I bought like French cigarettes. Like I'm telling you, it was like the whole like
Gallices or Guitans.
Oh wait, the British ones, the Dunhills. I bought a pack of Dunhills.
Sure.
I bought a pack of Dunhills. Like I'm like, I probably had like a who knows what. So like whatever purse or something from the street. And then we're walking in and we're having so much fun and we're laughing and like these like Italian mafia guys like sitting in the front of the restaurant. No joke, like central casting from like Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Like stopped shoveling fucking pasta into their chipmunk cheeks for like 2 seconds and go like earnestly go, fucking village fruitcakes. Like menacingly, like under his breath.
Yeah.
Like this is pre-Sopranos, by the way.
Fucking village fruitcakes. Look at this. Take your hat off.
Fucking village fruitcakes. Like I've never been like, what would you call that? When someone's like, they're not saying it like at you, but they want you to hear it.
You were profiled.
I don't know what it was, but you like remember it. Like it halts you.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
It changes your mood. It like changes your.
Can I tell you a story? This is, for some reason, I remembered this the other day. I hadn't thought about it in years. When I was in my early 20s, I was doing, and we'll wrap up. This is like a double feature. This is like your July 4th. Exactly.
Double fucking feature.
There was a comedy club in Wildwood, New Jersey.
Okay.
Called the Comedy Casbah.
Is that like near Philly? Or do you have to fly there?
You do not have to fly there. You can drive to New Jersey from Philadelphia. You could drive there.
Okay.
And Wildwood, New Jersey was a beach town that, like, I remember I went there for a thing called Senior Week, which is when after we graduated high school,
sure.
we'd all go there for a week, and
drink while you're underage,
and get we got our fucking ears pierced and shit like that.
Yes. The whole week.
Yeah, we would go there for a week. This was our first taste of adulthood.
Okay.
So the Comedy Casbah would do. You would get booked there for a week. It was a Monday through Sunday gig.
How old were you?
2 shows a night. I was in my early 20s.
Okay.
The crowds were notoriously horrible.
Sure.
There was somebody one of the comics had made a little wheel that was hanging in the back in the backstage that had a little plastic arrow on it that said "Rate the Comedy Casbah audience," and no matter how you spun it, it always went to sucked.
Really?
So there were like these quadrants, yeah, and like the owners knew about it. They thought it was hilarious.
Sure.
So you had to do 2 shows a night. It was terrible every time, and I would just I did it multiple times. Because it was fun.
You would do like a week residency. Would you be the only comic?
No, there'd be a 3-person show.
Oh, so you'd like open, middle, and
so
headline.
You'd be there with friends.
Middler, yeah.
Yeah, and they would put you up. There were rooms above the club.
Jesus.
And you would spend a week at the beach.
You would live at the club?
Not at the club. They were like actual rooms.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They were just on top of the venue.
Okay.
And it was great because like at night the venue was closed. Like after the show it was closed, so it's not like you were being kept awake or anything.
Right.
So you got to spend the week at the beach and hang out with your friends, and then for like 2 hours a night, you had an unpleasant time.
But you're making a paycheck.
But you're making a paycheck.
I feel you.
And so one night went out to some bar, and I was the last man standing. Everybody else went home before me. I was obliterated.
Jesus.
And I was walking back to my room
Yes.
at the Casbah. And I was wearing my show clothes. I was wearing a suit, and I had also worn a hat. Like I had a fedora. And I was staggering down the street.
Jesus.
And I heard these kids say, "Look at that old drunk." I was like 22, 23. I completely forgot about that. And then I don't know what reminded me of it the other day.
Look at that.
Look at that old drunk. Oh, bleak times.
You know what? You know what? They should be so lucky.
Honey, exactly.
What were they doing out at that hour?
That's also on our
I
side.
ask you.
I think they were like skateboarding. That was a place where
Look at that old drunk.
there was a roof you could walk out onto this roof from the rooms, and we would hang out on the roof, and have a couple of beers or whatever. And then there was a bike there that was at the top of the stairs. I was like, I'm going to ride this bike around the roof.
What?
And so me and this other guy, Mike, we rode this bike, took turns, and like jumping ramps, which were which were like where windows were.
Right. Like skylight things.
Yeah.
Are you on the second story of this building? What's the roof? Like 6 stories?
No, it was a 2-story building. It was a 2-story building.
Still not a good idea.
No, not at all. And so we were doing it one night. We're all having a great time. Everyone thinks this is great. The next night, we do it again, and I am riding the bike, and I miss the quote-unquote ramp, and I hit the side of it, and I go flying off the bike and skidding across the roof.
Jesus.
And then the party was over.
Sure.
Everybody.
Not even your bike, by the way.
No.
Which makes me uncomfortable.
Sure. That's the most uncomfortable part?
Well, it would have stopped there if I had been present.
But don't you see? We would never have met
respect
if things had gone further.
private property. Who are you?
Yes, you do.
What are you, like some democratic socialist?
Or are you, a Karen?
Excuse
me, is that your bike? Excuse me.
I'm going to call the cops.
I happen to know the people who own that bicycle.
In my case, it would have been true. So, okay. Fine. Karen me.
A case for Karens.
All right. Karens.
Hey, Karens.
Hey, Karens. Keep up the good content.
No.
You know what? You two,
No, we can't. And Karens, knock it the fuck off. We'll end with that.
All right. We're stayfhomekins. We have a Gmail. stayfhomekins@gmail.com.
Oh, boy. stayfhomekins@gmail.com. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Stayfhomekins on everything.
At
stayfhomekins on everything.
So come at me. Come at me.
No, don't come at us.
Oh.
Don't come at us. You're going to be sorry that you said that.
I like all the letters.
No, it's nice that we get letters, but I don't think come at me.
Thank you, so many essential workers listen to us because they work and they have to be distanced.
Yes.
So they stick on their headsets and they listen to this nonsense.
Yes.
And you know what? We love you. And
we love you.
Appreciate you.
We will salute you every time. Thank you for listening. Thank you to everyone for listening. This was a rambly one. I hope all our stories.
Was it rambly? Was it different than any of the other ones?
Kind of. A little bit. This one was like the other ones, except more.
All right, y'all. We love you.
We love you. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.
Safe.
Stay sane.
Sane. Stay
And
cuckoo.
Stay cuckoo.
Stay
home.
Home.